Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to share with you the Oneness Mirror Method. It is a 3-step process which I created to help with emotional freedom and to gain higher awareness. So, what is the Oneness Mirror Method, or OM for short? Well, basically using the principles of universal laws, such as oneness and unconditional love, which is at the very core of you and all others are. It is the core of our very existence. So basically, when we can realign our perspectives, our actions and thoughts to those higher truths of who we really are, harmony becomes experienced. Harmony within ourselves and harmony within situations with others that are challenging. So the Oneness Mirror Method is specifically very, very effective for whenever you have negative emotions triggered within you via another or a certain condition in your life. We are conditioned to put blame on that other person. That other person or situation caused us to feel this fear, negative emotion. However, even though the other person might have an initial fear here, the way it's expressed, the way it's manifested, and the intensity of it is because it's mirroring a belief within you. If you have any emotions elicited from another person or a situation, whether it is positive emotion or negative emotion, then they are mirroring your vibration. They are mirroring your beneficial, positive beliefs and your limiting beliefs that are fear-based. These limiting beliefs are what causes us to have a negative emotion. These limiting beliefs, many of them are unconscious. We've been conditioned to believe in duality, that we are victims here. So it's basically about shifting our perspectives to the metaphysical truth of who we are and our reality. So the Oneness Mirror Method involves 3 consciousness raising shifts. The first one is shifting perception, and we do this through perceiving oneness. The second shift is cultivating acceptance, compassion, and gratitude within our heart. This is a shifting of heart awareness. And the third aspect is asking about our limiting beliefs and soul lessons and affirm change. So this is a shifting in mindset. And when the 3 work together, of course, it can be used separately, but when it's used together in this Oneness Mirror Method, you will see and experience and feel great shifts within you. But just a little bit about this. So perceiving oneness is shifting your perceptions to who we truly are. That is oneness consciousness. Perceiving the other person, the other people involved, in reality in general, as one. That we are all the same universal energy, reflected uniquely because of our vibration. We are all mirrors to the universe. We are the microcosm of the macrocosm of the universe itself. Okay, so when you are triggered by negative emotion, try to see the commonalities between you and this person. Try to see the other person through the spiritual lens, that they are also you. They are an aspect of you, right? So just keep in mind that when you have negative emotion, they are playing here a master teacher in disguise for you out of a higher love. Because they're mirroring something within you, a limiting belief that needs to be addressed for you to expand your consciousness here. This all ties into also soul lessons here that we choose to explore in our lifetime. This also impacts our vibration. And our vibration is what it mirrors through the other person and how we experience emotion. So you become then a mirror to each other, right? So, okay, so this person is experiencing fear-based emotions and you don't have any emotion elicited, or you don't have any negative emotions elicited, and that's good for you because it's showing that you don't have any limiting beliefs being reflected in this moment, right? But if you have the negative emotions elicited, that's when it becomes a mirror to your vibration. Limiting beliefs, conditionings, and soul lessons here. Okay, so if you can see this person, you can see the situation as soul lessons being played out here. It'll help to lessen the resistance, okay? So on the second step here, when we are cultivating acceptance, compassion, and gratitude within your heart, it is a shifting of heart awareness. We are asked to be in a state of unconditional acceptance. In the circles of therapy, this is called unconditional positive regard. It's what makes therapy, for instance, so powerful. You're releasing judgment for that other person, right? Acceptance, despite their behaviors. It does not mean you have to agree with them. And of course, if something is very toxic, right, it doesn't mean you have to stay in that situation. Okay, so it's just being in a state of unconditional acceptance and compassion. And feel this sense of compassion within your heart, because it's a shifting of heart awareness here. So just focus on your heart and cultivate a sense of compassion for the other person, because you don't know what they are experiencing in this moment. They could be expressing their own fears and anxieties or even trauma. So try and put yourself in their shoes if you can. Empathy. You might even want to use a deep sense of empathetic compassion and even use a dialogue here to open it up to them, to allow them to process their own fears. And you can find examples of this in the blog also. Okay, so by doing this compassion, extending it to yourself, to your thoughts, and also to the other person, you melt away resistance and you connect more deeply with this person because of oneness consciousness. Okay, it helps to cultivate healing as well. And it also helps you to receive clarity of the spiritual messages behind it. Okay, because it's the resistance that's behind the fear. So compassion melts away resistance here. So because of this state of being, when you do these two steps, you are now in a space to ask about your limiting beliefs and soul lessons here and affirm change. So ideally, you can do this in the moment with practice. But of course, if it's too difficult, you can ask these internal questions soon after your event. Okay, so use introspective questions here and ask about any of your limiting beliefs or soul lessons that are being triggered and what needs to be shifted in this moment. So you ask yourself this internally. And because you have let go of the resistance, you'll then be able to receive the answer of what belief that you have. It could be based on judgment. It could be basing another person or situation as wrong, whatever it is. Just by asking you those questions, you allow yourself more to detach from that resistance, from the negativity, to see the higher messages in it. So, like I said, you might not be able to have the composure in this moment, especially if you're deeply triggered to ask these questions, and it is okay. Just by you being open to them will shift the energy. By you being able to be in a state of compassion and non-judgment and being able to see the person as a spiritual teacher in disguise is enough to shift the energy dynamics. Okay, so you can, in the moment, in a situation, have the dynamics shift to a more positive light, just because they are then in that moment mirroring your new heightened vibration, and it's empowered, it is aligned to the unconditional love and oneness of your being. You can have evidence of this in the moment. So if you do not see this in the moment, what you might experience is a sense of relief, like a weight is being lifted off you. This is your proof that a shift has taken effect. But it starts with you, and it starts with unlearning limiting beliefs. It's about shifting how you perceive fear itself. Instead of seeing negative emotions as wrong, see them as an opportunity to expand your consciousness, to heal, and to connect more to who you truly are, and to assist with that journey for others. Because guess what? If you can be in unconditional acceptance, love, and compassion because you've shifted your vibration, you also help that with others. That other person, even though it might be unconscious, they also receive that light and love, and they also go through a shift. And this is how we can also impact the collective consciousness, because guess what, guys? There is no separation, and it is with love and acts of love, such as compassion, where we can connect more to each other and connect more to ourselves. Okay? So if you're more interested in this method, please follow the blog on my website. And just another note as well, in regards to these steps, it's very practical. So you can use them together for the Oneness Mirror Method or individually, just for a general sense of well-being and joy and emotional freedom. Yeah. So go out there and have a read and check it out. And with this practice, you also get to create affirmations, because within the third step, where we want to ask about our limiting beliefs, we also want to affirm change here. So in this step, we actually shift our mindset. We replace them with more empowering thoughts once we become aware of our limiting beliefs, right? So you actually shift the neural networks in your brain, right? You're actually changing the neural pathways. So try this, have a go at it. Start with something small where you don't have much negative emotion, and just use that as a practice. So you can work your way up to an experience when you're very triggered, okay? So yeah, have a go. And of course, for instance, with the affirmations that you can do, once you can change any limiting thoughts, shift them to more empowering thoughts, you can then create affirmations around this, tailored to your specific situation. So these affirmations, for instance, it's not just good to be used in the Oneness Mirror Method, but you can use these on a daily practice. You can use these to empower your life in many different ways. So there's many different aspects of the Oneness Mirror Method that can help you in your everyday life. My intention for the Oneness Mirror Method is to really help you, so you can be guided back to the wisdom and the love of your inner being, of your higher self, of the love of the universe, for emotional freedom, for high awareness, for high clarity of who you truly are, because you have all these tools within you. It's only how we perceive ourselves and others that keeps us in a spiritual amnesia, keeps us feeling disconnected to love and the truth of who we are, that is love and oneness. Okay, so thank you for watching, and until next time, farewell, and love and light, and the journey towards remembering it.